And second of all, Uncle Phil is a fair man. He can't blame me for none of this.
Will, I'll kill you.
Look, Uncle Phil, this ain't my fault, man.
I don't believe this. Why don't you give him a job, Uncle Phil? Huh? I got a good feeling about him, Uncle Phil.
Look, Uncle Phil, I'm telling you, there's probably a perfectly good explanation for all of this.
Like what?
Game I'm currently playing actually is still Starfield as we get ready for it coming out to everybody. I do everything when I play Starfield. I love just landing on a planet and scanning the horizon and seeing what is out there for me to go explore. The thing that I think makes games incredibly special and unique and the best kind of entertainment is, unlike linear entertainment, you bring something of yourself to it, that it comes alive when you're involved in it, and that you're not just following what I want you to do or other creators want you to do, but you're taking your own journey. And video games, more than anything else, can transport you to new worlds, new places, and new experiences.
Okay, finally, on behalf of the jury, I am proud to announce the 6 nominees selected for outstanding creative and technical excellence. The nominees for Game of the Year at the Game Awards are Alan Wake 2, developed by Remedy Entertainment; Baldur's Gate 3 from Larian Studios; Marvel's Spider-Man 2 from Insomniac Games; Resident Evil 4 from Capcom; Super Mario Bros. Wonder from Nintendo; and The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom from Nintendo. And there you have it. Those are your nominees for the Game Awards. A highly competitive year for sure, but who will come out on top? Well, you can help select the winners by voting now at thegameawards.com and on our Discord.
Goddamn, it's too easy. I ain't stopping no other option presented. Authentic with all these written. No, really, this shit is simple. Too easy. I'ma go on tour. Every show is doing numbers, cause futuristic is popping like a pimple. Too easy. I'ma take the girl with all them curves who got the smile on her face, accented with too easy. Shout out to my ex-girl and that new dude making love to you, all gentle. Too easy. I know that you don't like that. Hit me up, I never write back. Put my words on the right track, talk behind my back, then one dap, I leave you hanging like a fucking tire on a bike rack. And I'm never getting sidetracked on the right path like I'm climbing up a hill. I ain't never falling off with this rap shit. Meanwhile, you looking like Jack in jail. Sheesh. This shit is too easy. I make it look easy. It's way too easy. This shit is too easy. I make it look easy. It's way too easy. This shit is too easy. I make it look easy. It's way too easy. This shit is too easy. I make it look easy.
What is going on, guys? What's up, guys? JWS412 with a late podcast, man. I was playing Quantum Error. I was like, you know what? Let me fucking get on here and talk about these fucking Game Awards right quick. All this bullshit going on Twitter, Xbox tax, PS Portable coming out. Not a lot of shit to talk about, but this Game of the Year shit is interesting to me. Like always, link me in the chat if you want to join, if you want to talk, whatever. If not, cool. I'm fine with doing this shit solo. So the Game Awards. The nominees were discussed today. We found out today, and everybody been talking about, is Starfield gonna make it? Is Starfield gonna make it? Well, it fucking didn't, and it should not have made it in no capacity. There is no way. There are 10 games. I can think of 10 games on my head that should have made before Starfield, but I thought personally that it was gonna be there. I thought it was gonna be a pity vote, and I'm glad. And like I said on Twitter before, I said I'm glad. And I am thankful that they fucking actually took the time. I don't know if it was like $200, $300, whatever, to vote on this, or $150, whatever the fuck it is. That they collectively said, yeah, Starfield ain't that game. Starfield ain't it. And that game's not it. Let's look at the list real quick before I get into the whole Starfield thing. So you had Alan Wake 2. I don't agree with this at all. I do not understand all the Alan Wake cocksucking. And I know I'm in the minority here. People always, what's up, Javier and Overdrive? Fucking I lose my voice, man. There's a lot of Alan Wake 2 cocksucking going on. I don't get why. It was nominated in almost every category. Let's see here. You got Alan Wake in Game of the Year. Let me pull this up. You got Alan Wake in Game of the Year. You got Alan Wake in Best Game Direction. You got Alan Wake in Best Narrative. Alan Wake in Best Art Direction. Alan Wake in Best Score Music. We know how the fuck I feel about that with the Lords of Asgard and all that corny shit. Best Audio Design. And I think it has a few others. I'm quite sure it has a few others, like best art direction or best best narrative. I forget. It's a lot of shit Alan Wake. I don't get it, man. I don't agree at all with that shit. I think as far as games that got snubbed, Hogwarts Legacy definitely should have been up there. At least over Alan Wake 2 and definitely over fucking Super Mario Bros. Wonder and over RE4. I don't think remakes should be fucking even considered for Game of the Year. Loved RE4. Love that game. I loved it. But I loved it fucking when it came out, 2004, 2005. I loved it almost 20 years ago. They did a great job with the game. It should not be for. I don't think any remake should be get for Game of the Year. Because if we're talking remakes, Dead Space should be in the fucking Game of the Year category. But remakes shouldn't be there. So Alan Wake 2 doesn't deserve to be there. I think Hogwarts Legacy got seriously snubbed for Game of the Year. And Final Fantasy 16. My list would be replace Alan Wake with Final Fantasy 16, replace Super Mario's Wonders with Hogwarts Legacy. And honestly, for RE4, I'm thinking, shit. I think Lies of P, man. I think Lies of P, it really deserves a nod, man. That game was fantastic. But let's get back to the topic at hand here. What's going on with You Raven? Not bad. I don't think it's a bad game, Overdrive. I just don't think it's a very good horror game. That's what I was going to say. Like, they got this thing, I think, for Best Action Adventure and for Alan Wake 2. What fucking action is in Alan Wake 2? Best Action Adventure with the least amount of action I've fucking seen in the video game. Xbox fanboys traumatized on Twitter. Oh, yeah, they are, bro. They're having like fucking meltdowns. Some are acting like they don't care. Some are like, oh, it's no big deal. Yeah, bullshit. Y'all were hyping this shit up to the max. Y'all thought for sure Starfield was going to be there. Then you got dudes talking about the Xbox tax, right? Oh, here we go again with this shit, right? Xbox tax. Xbox is me is biased against Xbox. They fucking hate Xbox. Here's the truth of the matter. And it's so simplistic, and they know this. Don't let them lie to you. Don't think they're fucking stupid. The reason that there's nothing nominated for Game of the Year, the reason it has been for the past decade or so, is because the games are mid to trash games. They are not quality games. They do not deserve. They are not in that pedigree of Game of the Year quality. Now, do I think Super Mario Bros. Wonder should be there? Fuck no, bro. I'm sorry. Everybody loves Mario, right? It sold really well. I get all that shit. But we've been doing Mario for years and years and years now. Legend of Zelda, good ass game. That should be up there. The ones that should be up there, definitely. Spider-Man 2. You know what? I love Spider-Man 2. Great game. But I still think that Hogwarts Legacy should even be Spider-Man 2 out the spot. I don't agree with the list really at all. Baldur's Gate 3, I've dabbled in it. I got like 20 some hours into it. It's a good game. It's a great narrative driven game. I do like turn-based combat and the whole Dungeons and Dragons, not Dungeons and Dragons, but whatever the fucking spell shit is, that game. It's all integrated well. Baldur's Gate deserves to be in there for sure, and it came out of fucking nowhere. What's going on, voice? Kevin G. for Mario, I love it. I mean, I get it, man. It's all personal preference when it comes to like your game of the year and shit. But when I think of game of the year, man, I'm thinking something like the top of the top, man. Top quality, top story, everything is a complete package. And Super Mario Bros. Wonder ain't that game, man. As far as like we know, there's no fucking voice acting in them shits. We know, now you can turn into an elephant. I'm not saying Mario's a bad game either, but when I think of game of the year, it's supposed to be the one game that stands out from the rest. It's supposed to be the one game that stands out from the crowd. Like that's the fucking ultimate. That's the pinnacle. That's what people should strive to succeed to get to next year. And Alan Wake said definitely ain't fucking it. Spider-Man 2 should be up there. Give it RE4, like I said, great game. That shouldn't be up there. Remake. Baldur's Gate 3, people should strive for that, man. The care and love and the detail they put in that game, it should definitely be up there. And then Legends of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, great fucking game as well. Probably one of the best open world games I've ever played. Let's see. Sorry, I'm not trying to keep up with the chat. I feel like Mario got Javier. I feel like Mario got it just because of recency bias. Even yeah, I mean they do. I don't think it's biased, man. They do. Everybody loves Mario, and like these come down to a popularity vote as well. It's whatever reviewers think, and these all scored very well. I think Alan Wake scored the lowest in the high 80s. More acquisitions for more tax write-off, right? Yeah, he spent $79 billion and still don't have a fucking Game of the Year contender. But they knew this shit didn't deserve to be Game of the Year. They thought maybe they would get a pity nod, but I'm fucking glad it did not happen. That year, It Takes Two in Game of the Year, I almost shit myself with anger. Dude, It Takes Two was a great fucking game, though, man. And that did something. I'll tell you what, that did something different, though. So do I think it deserved Game of the Year? No, but that was definitely should have been nominated because that was a fantastic game that did something, pretty revolutionary. But anyway, so these Xbox guys, man, the Xbox tax, right? So I got sidetracked with this. The Xbox tax does not fucking exist, even though they would love to have you think so. And we know this, man. They gave fucking Pentiment a 10 out of 10. They gave Pentiment. They've rated plenty of Xbox games high. All kind of media. You got media outlets. You got reviewers that gave Starfield a fucking perfect score, 100 out of 100. And then they're mad because you got the ones who are actually being honest. The people being honest about this shit. And when you have 130 groups, 130 collective reviewers, whatever, coming together to make the nominations, like you can't claim bias, man. That's a big collective. That's a big fucking pool to take out of. This is not biased. It comes down to the simple fact that Starfield was not up to the pedigree. Starfield, I've been saying this, was not that game. It's not the game that's going to push Xbox forward. It's not a game that's impressive as a third-party game. If it was third-party, it's just not that fucking game. It's riddled with fucking bugs, loading screens galore, boring-ass walking, average to below-average combat. Exploration's a fucking joke. That game never, ever had a chance at Game of the Year. Like I said, I can think, I'm trying to think of the games I played this year. I think Forspoken was much better than Starfield. I know I'm in a minority with that. Love Starfield. I'm playing this game now, Quantum Error. Everybody likes to show on Quantum Error, didn't play it. Tell you what, that shit is something else, man. That shit is something special. I cannot wait to see what that team does next. Starfield is I tried, man. I put hours and hours into it, but it's just a fucking boring, slogging, there's nothing really positive about it, from the voice acting to the storyline to the graphics. There's nothing like you're like, wow, this is nothing. And that's supposed to be Xbox's flagship game at this point, right? Xbox Series X, Power the X, Starfield, Power Your Dreams, and all this shit. And the nerve of them to say some shit like Power Your Dreams when their flagship game is locked at 30 FPS and you got a loading screen every goddamn seconds. Isn't that why we bought Xbox Series X's and PS5s for SSD? The fast loading times are all virtually no loading times like most of these other fucking games have on this list. Anyway. Baldur's Gate 3 will win, Kevin G. Yeah, I think Baldur's Gate got it, man. Just pure popularity in Baldur's Gate and what they're able to achieve this year. Everybody's loving Baldur's Gate. I think that is no problem. And Starfield was nominated for best RPG out of the year, probably out of pity. And it's pit up against games like Baldur's Gate. I forget what else is on. I think Final Fantasy 16 is on there. Starfield is absolutely zero chance to win in that category. And these Xbox dudes are fucking seriously pissed off that they got one nomination. They were lucky to get one nomination. It shouldn't even be it shouldn't have one nomination. They're talking about fucking best audio design. Suck my dick. Best, let me go through these categories real quick. So we got Game of the Year. Best Game Direction. Okay, Best Game Direction. Like I said, Spider-Man 2, it's a sequel to the Spider-Man games. I don't know if it's, the Venom arc was cool and everything else, but I wouldn't count that. Super Mario's Wonder, it's a fucking 2D Mario game. I don't even know how it's up there. It's honestly more the same shit with a little bit of variation. Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, like I said, a sequel to Breath of the Wild is doing a lot of the same shit, but they did add a lot of mechanics to the game, so you can make an argument for that. Baldur's Gate 3, like I said, that kind of came out of nowhere and they're doing a lot of shit different. And I have to get the Baldur's Gate 3 now. Alan Wake 2, fuck their direction with that game. You haven't heard it gets better after 87 hours. Nah, man, I made it like 15, 16. I had to shut that shit off. Worst game, Redfall. Oh yeah, Redfall is definitely, in my opinion, the worst game of the year. Especially like it's if you're talking about like AAA, for sure. Excuse me. No competition. Redfall is the worst. It's right up there with Kong Skull Island and Gollum, and this was by a huge team, Bethesda, Arcade, and everything else. Deadfield didn't even get nominated. No, sir. No, it did not. Let's talk about best. Best game direction. We talked about that. Best narrative. Now, this for me is an easy one. Like I said, Spider-Man 2. I like the story. Venom and all that, but it was very complex. Cyberpunk 2077, Phantom Liberty. I have not finished the DLC yet, so I can't really speak on the DLC. But I do love Cyberpunk, and they had a great storyline with V in the beginning. Like, I've finished the mainline game, but I can't speak on the DLC yet. Baldur's Gate, have not beaten it, but that's incredibly, story driven, and the option, to choose your own dialogue and choose the outcomes, that's definitely a factor. And the Wake sucked my dick. That story was trash. If I had to pick, this is, my personal opinion, Final Fantasy 16 definitely to me is the best narrative. That story was fantastic. I was drawing the whole time. And, the 30-hour, 40-hour game, takes you through a lot of emotions. So for me, it's Final Fantasy 16. My boy Clive and that, man, I was fucking with them hard. What's the next one here? Best art direction. This is a hard one. So Super Mario and Legend of Zelda, we've seen before, right? We've seen shit like that. So for me, I count that out. Even though they're pretty games, but Alan Wake 2, Alan Wake 2 does look good visually. I will give them that. They have a lot of, cool shit to look at. I especially liked if you played Alan Wake 2's area called Coffee World, that shit looked crazy. Hi-Fi Rush, I beat that. It is a good art style. I liked, I like that, pencil drawn in look. But this one for me, hands down, is easiest. Liza P, man. Liza P has some crazy looking bosses, and the main hub with what's it called? The Crowd Hotel where you're at, the hub and world and everything else, man. That shit looked fantastic. So for me, definitely Liza P for best art direction. Spider-Man 2 story was great. Yeah. So I thought it was a great story too, man. But if I had to pick a story between that and Final Fantasy 16, definitely Final Fantasy. Okay. Let's look up next here. Best score music. See, that one's really tough. Fuck, man. I'm getting sick. Final Fantasy 16 definitely had great music. Alan Wake, I fucking hate every song in that. I'm a big Alan Wake hater, man. Like I said, I don't think it's a bad game, but I just hate the direction they took with it. I hate the story. The combat was pretty horrific. It just I didn't care for it. I platted the game too, so don't act like I didn't play the shit. I don't know what I'm talking about. I platted fucking Alan Wake 2, but it's undeserving. Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah, it's gonna be some good music in there. Hi-Fi Rush had a great audio track. This one's hard for me. I can't really tell you after thinking about that one for best score music. Best audio design. Now, again, this one. Alan Wake 2 had great audio. Great sound design. It's great. The atmosphere. Besides some stupid ass jump scares. Hi-Fi Rush, obviously, great sound design. Mostly it's a rhythm based game, so they had to. Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2. I guess. I mean, voice acting was good, and I don't know, man. Resident Evil 4, yeah, fantastic. If I had to get this one, I would say Dead Space, because Dead Space just has so much shit going on with the different weapon sounds and the different monster sounds and the shit going on in the spaceship and everything else. The sound when you're in space and you're in zero gravity, or you got I gotta give it to Dead Space for best audio design. Doughboy, I'm probably gonna get Alan Wake 2 sometime next year whenever I upgrade my PC. It's definitely worth playing, man. I'm not saying it's, like I said, it's in no way a bad game. I just don't like how they call them. It's a survival horror game, and I don't think it's very survival horror. Dead Space was a great game. Oh yeah, for sure. That's a classic. Final Fantasy 16 music was lit as fuck. Yeah, dude. Like I was so invested in Final Fantasy 16. I got the platinum as well, man. That shit's just from beginning to end was just a fucking blast. And those big ass battles, like Javier said, like those big boss fights, man, like it's just unmatched this year. I really think they got snubbed for Game of the Year category. Oh yeah, voice, me too, man. Yeah, the audio design in Dead Space, you can't beat them. And you got a good pair of like 3D audio headphones. Yeah, you're in there. All right, let's check this next one out. I don't give a fuck about this, honestly. But if I had to pick one, I would say I don't know. I'm good to Ben Starr. I think he was the voice of Clive. Yeah, all the esports shit. I don't care about innovation and accessibility. I honestly don't know. I don't know. Games for impact. The only one of these I played was Chia, or however you would say it, Chia. So I have to give it. I didn't play any of these other games. Best ongoing award for a game or outstanding development of ongoing content that involves player experience over time. This one, like I said, I would have to give to Fortnite, just because I don't play Fortnite like much anymore. Every once in a while, I might check it out, especially like the OG shit that's happened. But Fortnite, man, since it's come out, it's been ever evolving. They keep adding this brand new, fresh content. They all the collabs with the different music artists for skins and music in their game, and you got the NFL collabs. Like this, for hands down, as far as like best ongoing, I think it's clear. It's a clear winner. It's Fortnite. Best community support. Whose name I couldn't tell you this one because I really don't. I only one I really plays Baldur's Gate 3 and Cyberpunk, and I don't really pay attention to the developers tweeting their shit like that or that putting patches on. I'm guessing Cyberpunk because they've been pretty vocal about their patches and everything, and trying to fix that game. So placing them, but I'm about to be done with this. Looking at this best independent game. Sea of Stars. I think it's definitely Sea of Stars. I played Cocoon, Dread, and Sea of Stars. I think Sea of Stars is the for sure winner in this category. My only knock on Fortnite is they had to back the OG build to pick up the hype. Yeah, everybody loves the OG maps, man. But they've always had hype, man. Their player count's always been high. And everybody kept saying dead game, but people are still playing that shit by the millions. That's gonna work. Best debut indie game. Again, I only played Dredge and Cocoon, but I'm gonna go with probably Cocoon. I like Cocoon. Best mobile game. Who gives a fuck about that? Best AR VR. Ooh. Now this one I would have to give to. I don't play GT7. I'm sure it's amazing. I hated Synapse. Calling Mountain was all right. I would say if I had to give to one, I would say RE Village. Best action game. Dead Island 2. Just looking at that list real quick, Dead Island 2. And I did not play Armored Core or Fires Rubicon yet, but for me, Dead Island 2. See, best action adventure. Why the fuck is Alan Wake in best action adventure? Like I said, what fucking action happens in that game? There's not a lot. Best action adventure, Alan Wake 2. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's supposed to be a survival horror game, right? So anyway, like I said, Alan Wake 2 is in all these fucking categories. For me, right here, action adventure. We're talking about like action as far as like a lot of shit going on and adventuring out into the world. That's what I think of. I think action adventure. Spider-Man 2. Or Legend of Zelda. I think I'd get to Zelda for best action adventure, actually. Best RPG, Final Fantasy 16 all day. And this is the one Starfield got the nod in. Like I said, these are all great games on this list, except for Starfield. Let me see. Spider-Man 2 for action. Kevin G. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's hard for me, man. I think I gotta give to Zelda overall. Yeah, you guys like the Spider-Man shit, but I think Zelda, man. For me personally, Spider-Man is a close second. That concert in Alan Wake 2 is action packed, bro. I mean, I guess you want to talk about the screen and them fucking dancing around while you got a couple enemies come at you. I guess you get chased by like 6-7 shadows. If Final Fantasy wins, does Sony technically get some credit for that? I would say no. That's just a third-party deal. That's not a first-party. It's all Square Enix. That's not a first-party game at all. So, no. If Final Fantasy wins, I don't think Sony gets to take credit for that. Best fighting. I'm not a fighting game guy. I used to be back in the day, but I did buy Street Fighter. I like Street Fighter 6. I have not played Mortal Kombat. So just because of that, just because I've only played Street Fighter 6, I would say Street Fighter 6 for me. Best family on this list, it's between Pikmin and Super Mario Bros. Best sim strategy, that's the only one I play is Pikmin, so I couldn't tell you. Best sports racing, I don't give a fuck about any of this. So, yeah, I'm not a sports racing guy. Best multiplayer, this list is fucking horrendous. So, Baldur's Gate 3, it's technically, it's co-op, right? I guess Diablo 4 is co-op too. I don't know. Diablo 4 is definitely not PvP, right? I don't think so. Party Animals, no interest. Super Mario Bros. Wonder, I know, is co-op. From this list here, I don't know how the fuck they come up with this for best multiplayer of all things, but I would say Street Fighter 6 out of that list. Best adaptation, it's between The Last of Us and Super Mario Bros. Movie. But if I had to pick, I would say The Last of Us. If I had to pick. Most anticipated game for me is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Yep. Content Creator of the Year, never heard of them dudes. Best esports game, I do not give a fuck at all. I think we're about done with this list. Esports teams. Who the fuck cares about this shit? Like, best esports coach. Like, what the fuck is this doing in here? Has this always been here? I must have never noticed, because who the fuck best esports coach? Best esports event. Like, they're running out of categories, bro. Like, last year, King Thrash had his own little game award thing I helped with, and the categories there were, first of all, there are way more categories, and they were a lot more interesting, a lot more. It's just, this shit's fucking. It's like Game Awards in general. It don't really mean anything to me. They don't to most of you. It's just a lot of, it's a big event for them and for publishers. And the only reason that we really watch them, I want to anyways, for big reveals. Let's see. Pikmin 4 is fun, but how you have best multiplayer and not have COD or Fortnite? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't get it. Like, how the fuck is Warzone not in best multiplayer? It definitely should be, even though Call of Duty, is on a downtick right now. But yeah, it's just still fun. It's just still. How about Madden and all that? 2K, they're way more popular. How's it there for best multiplayer? Makes no sense. But yeah, fuck that list though. Let's get back to this shit about the Xbox tax. I'll talk to these Xbox guys. They made the right choice. Kevin G, the music, yeah, man. Love me some Coldplay, man. They it's time to get the point across. I had a bunch of other shit lined up here for like the video things, but when it wasn't working, so I just said fucking had like the Charlie Brown thing, like you lose, sir, good day, and all lined up. I'll get it all right next time. I'm on a steady schedule now, man. So I'm gonna start doing like more regular podcasts. I do like doing podcasts and like just venting like I am right now. It's just no script, nothing like that, just off the fucking cuff. So, but that's really all for the Game Awards. That's about it, man. I think that let me go back to the first list real quick. The only one that really matters to me is Game of the Year. And it still fucking infuriates me that Alan Wake 2 is on this Game of the Year list, dude. That game is just like it's getting sucked off, man. People were talking about it's the best shit since sliced bread. I don't see it, man. I know I'm in the very minority here, but I fucking can't stand this game. Can't stand it. I deleted it. I will never, ever start the game up ever again in 10 years, like, or 15, let's say 15, 20 years, like, oh, Alan Wake 2 remake. Fuck that. Never, ever again. I'm hoping for Death Stranding 2 info for trailer. Yeah, we saw Death Stranding 2 last year at the Game Awards, man. I'm looking forward as fuck to Death Stranding 2. Love Death Stranding 1. One of my favorite games. Norman Reedus has made that game so much, just put so much emotion in that game to me. And, he don't really talk much, but his character, through The Walking Dead, he's just a really good actor. I fucking love. I have no idea too what Death Stranding 2 is going to be about. No clue. But I'm trying to think if I want to say any more about the Xbox tax, man. Kevin G. Keith, what, no Redfall nominations? Fuck no, bro. Fuck no Redfall nominations. Now, they should have a worst game of the year. I know they wouldn't do it. They should have a worst game of the year category. Worst game of the year would be Redfall, Kong Skull Island, Gollum, probably Forza Motorsports, and if you have people voting, probably Quantum Error. They probably throw it in there because it did score extremely low. Like I said, but Quantum Error, man, like, so I'm playing it right now, and it's like you can't judge it the same. Like from a 4-person team, you can't judge it the same as you would like for instance, Redfall had a couple hundred or how many people at their disposal and made it a shit game like that. Quantum Error is doing a lot of things, a lot of cool things, man. Like a lot of cool mechanics, taking full use of the DualSense, which nobody fucking does almost. Even Sony sometimes doesn't take full advantage of their fucking DualSense, and these guys did, and it feels awesome. All the weapons feel different and different triggers, different sensitivities. So for me, man, I'm having a blast with Quantum Error. Is it like technically a little bit unsound and is rough around the edges? Hell yeah. But when I tell you it's made about 4 motherfuckers, 4 people, 4 brothers, bro. Now they might have fucked up by charging $60 off the rip. I think they should have maybe charged 50 or 40, but I think the game's definitely worth it. Worst microtransactions of the year. What's that? Oh, yeah. I don't know what game you're talking about. And the other thing I want to talk about, and we'll get back maybe this may be a quick stream, guys, but maybe the other thing I want to talk about is this PlayStation Portal. PlayStation Portal released. Is it released today or tomorrow? I see a lot of reviews. I think it's tomorrow or the 15th. But everybody's really defending this shit, man. And I've said on Twitter, like, I know you guys follow me on Twitter or whatever. I'm the same. Like, when I say that shit, I mean, I'm referring to shit I already said. But I tweeted out, I said, I've seen people for years, fucking straight hate on handheld gaming. People, and I was a big hater of the Switch, not because it was handheld, because I've always loved handheld since the Game Boy, but because the Switch had a lot of just horrible features, like when it first came out, and even now they're lacking a lot of shit. But I see people hating on just the mobility, like the Steam Deck's trash, the Switch is trash. People knocking the Switch, like, who the fuck would want to play mobily? Who the fuck would want to play a handheld? I'm not a little kid. If I'm not going to be home, I'm not going to be playing games. I'm not going to, it's unpractical. Why would I ever need to take this thing anywhere? And now that the PS Portal is coming out, these same dudes, you see them on Twitter and shit, saying they're posting their pre-orders, hyping this shit up, talking about, PS Portal versus wins against Steam Deck or like PS Portal over Steam Deck. Y'all are some hypocritical motherfuckers because y'all wouldn't touch. Y'all want to touch it, an Asus Rogue Ally or a Steam Deck or a Switch. But now that PlayStation has one, you guys are all fucking over it. All over it. And this thing is fucking even more trash because it relies solely on remote play. I don't fuck with a device mobilely, especially unless it's native. I need a native experience mobilely. I do not want to rely on a fucking Wi-Fi signal wherever I go. And this thing, yes, technically you could take it to, like, let's say I live in Pennsylvania, right? So I could take it to California. And if I had a strong Wi-Fi connection there, and my PS5 was also still on a strong Wi-Fi connection and on, technically you can play it like that. Now there's a lot of variables. You don't know if that connection is going to stay good. Anything can happen. It's not going to be like 100% reliable, even in the home. I get all that, but I don't want to rely on Wi-Fi at all. And this thing definitely is not going to work reliably in your hotspot. Forget about that shit. It's the same thing with xCloud. These dudes, it's almost exact. It's not streaming. It's remote play. It's slightly different. So like your console's handling the processing of the game and everything else. It's just streaming it to that little to your portable. But it's the same concept. And these dudes have been saying it for years now, and years, me included, the xCloud is trash. Google Stadia is trash, and it is fucking trash. Nobody wants to game like that. But now I see a PS Portable sold out, and this shit. It's just because now PlayStation put it out. Now it's the shit, right? Now you're all on the portables. Now you're all on the handhelds. Now you definitely picked it up. I picked up 3. Shit, like, fuck out of here. Hypocritical as shit. Stand for nothing. These dudes stand for nothing sometimes, man. I've been consistent on everything I fucking said. But when you're gonna hate on, I even looked at some of their whole shit, man. Like they're hating on Steam Deck, hating on this and that, and then like now they're sucking the portable's dick. I don't care for Portal, but I saw its reviews really trigger Xbox on Twitter. Cloud game will never work. I don't mind it, but I just want one that's more powerful, at least 1080p 60. I think this one's 1080p 60, isn't it? The Portal. I think the Portal is 1080p 60. That's not even like the factor. It has to be hooked up to your console, man. Like, I would have much rather, and everybody else would have too, I think, especially in the market now, if they would have just made a dedicated handheld, a new PlayStation Portable, like dedicated, And you know what the crazy shit would be? If they, I mean, it'd probably be expensive as shit, to be honest with you. But if they made a handheld that can natively play your PS5 games or maybe a downgraded version of them, now that would have been the shit. And I would have paid whatever the fuck they wanted for that. But I do realize that PlayStation is, you know, skeptical because the PSP Vita failed on them because it was their own fault with the memory cards and everything else. They fucked themselves. But now they're cautious about getting back into that market. And then now they're selling, you know, the $200 earbuds. That's the other thing, too, with the PS Portable or the PlayStation. Yeah, the PS Portable is a proprietary Bluetooth shit. You can't use any Bluetooth headphones you want. You have it only work with their Bluetooth headphones, the $200 proprietary headphones. If not, you got a headphone jack. You can use wired headphones. But if you want Bluetooth audio, you got to use their their earbuds, or I think you probably use the Pulse. Like if you have like their brand, like it has to be Sony brand shit, which is also a mistake. And I hate that proprietary Apple bullshit. So I'm definitely not picking up ever. I got no use for it. I got a Switch, I got a Steam Deck, and like I said, it's a very small niche market for this, man. The people that are going to use this are people that, you know, are just going to take it, get off their PS5, go lay in bed, go lay on the couch for a little bit and play on their couch, you know, for a little bit of time here and there, put it down, maybe go on a back porch and play it. I don't know. You're on the pool deck, your kids are swimming, you want to play some video games for a minute while you're sitting poolside, having a martini. I guess that's the market they're going for. But for me, or also another alternative is if you only have, you know, if you only have one TV in the house, which I don't think is realistic anymore. I think most modern homes in America, even if you don't have a lot of money, TVs are cheap. Most homes have multiple, at least 2 TVs. So I don't think having one TV and one PS5 sitting there and you're like, oh, I can't get my PS5 because my wife watches TV or my kids watch it. I think most people have plenty of options. But I guess if that's your situation, that's a good option for you. But that's really it, man. I mean, if you guys have any other questions, this Xbox shit, man. Oh, you know, I did say this, man. I was loving on, like, today was a great day on Twitter. I was loving watching these Xbox dudes. Like, some of you guys having meltdowns. This one guy, what's his name on there? Let's go look on Twitter. What's this one guy's name? This one dude was telling people to burn in hell, and you know that Phil Spencer needs to what do you say? Phil Spencer needs to something with Japanese game, like he was biased because we're not a Japanese company. It was great. They had these clips of these guys watching this shit live and their reaction when Starfield didn't get nominated. They were gonna cry. I even tuned into a couple of Xbox podcasts just to hear the fucking salt, and it was fantastic. And I was gonna show that shit here, man. It is hilarious, but I'm not going to all that, you know, going to people's videos and showing them on here. I really want to, but trust me, this shit was these dudes are trying to make every excuse under the Xbox tax, media bias. You know, they never once come to the conclusion that, hey, maybe this game isn't that fucking good. How about that? How about that simple conclusion? No, it always has to be some kind of biased. Well, we all know that's not the case. The fucking brand just sucks. It's not exciting. Nobody wants to play it, and nobody wants to play it because it's not good. And I don't give a fuck what Phil Spencer says about if we made great games, it's not gonna change anything. If Starfield's 11 out of 10, yes, it fucking would. That's why we buy these consoles, man. That's why we do this hobby. We like games. We like great games. You start making banger games, people are gonna come to your platform. Now, are they gonna switch from a PS5? Maybe not. Probably not. But they will do is they will invest in your ecosystem to play them games. Same with the Switch. A lot of people, I'd say most people, have a Nintendo Switch as a secondary console. I don't think Nintendo Switch primarily is anybody's primary console because there's a lot of shit you can't get on the Switch. But I think everybody has a Switch for their first party exclusive. Everybody has a Switch for when a new Mario comes out. You got Super Mario RPG coming out soon, you know, for that new Pokemon, for that new, you know, Kirby, they got so many franchises for all that shit. That's why people have a Switch. Xbox could be that. Xbox could be the other side thing. Yeah, it's not going to replace Sony, but you could compete. I've been saying, man, they need to do something crazy. Like, go out and spend some fucking money and go get, like, I've been saying this. I want another Hulk game. I haven't played a good Hulk game since the Incredible Hulk. I think it was on that Nintendo GameCube or the PS2. I forget which one, but that game was phenomenal. They need to go out and secure. How about secure a fucking beast ass Hulk game? It matches your colors, right? It matches your whole premise. You know, the power, the X, and the beast. It's a green monster. Like, that could be your new fucking spokesperson, man. Go get the fucking Hulk. You got the money. Go to fucking Marvel, whoever you got to go to, and get a fucking Hulk game. That'd be the shit. Everybody would be in line for that. I know I would, but they don't got the drive for that. They don't got the balls for that. They don't got the vision for that. They are content with putting out mediocre content over and over and over again, and letting you guys eat it the fuck up. And tell everybody, take it easy on me. Wait till next year. We're waiting fucking 15 years for a new banger. The last banger they had was probably what? Gears 3? Halo 3? Ever since it's been nothing but disappointment, sadness, lower quality. I'm a huge Gears fan. Huge. I bought all of them. Gears 5 was the biggest gaming disappointment of my life. That game was DOA on arrival. They tried to litter that shit with microtransactions. They changed the gameplay up so much they didn't feel like Gears anymore. They were too busy investing in shit like Sarah fucking Connor and Dave Bautista skins on there instead of the fucking gameplay. And the story was trash. The semi-open world was trash. They lost focus on what makes Gears. That greenness, that fucking brotherhood just was not there. It's not. Gears 1 through 3 is legendary. And they've never achieved that again. And really, ever since Gears 3 was the last one Epic had, and ever since Epic handed off, it's been shit ever since. The Coalition is not doing it right. Sorry, I didn't look at chat here. Can't we see those Iron Lord fools? Opinions on the Iron Lord. Yeah, a lot of dudes are quiet, man. Iron Lord podcast, man. Those are fucking like the worst of the worst. Honestly, like, fuck that dude. It smokes that cigar. A fake ass veteran. People are desperate for good games. Phil is a big dummy. Oh yeah, man. People like I said, if that's your mindset as a CEO of a gaming company, like great games aren't going to change anything. Get the fuck out of there. Honestly, when I heard that shit, man, unbelievable, unreal. Hype building for GTA 6. Yeah, GTA 6, man. Like I said, I'm not super hyped GTA 6. I know it's gonna sound weird, but I'll wait and see. Even once that trailer comes out, you know it's probably not gonna be out till 2025. Like it's. You know how Rockstar does it, so we'll see about that. Phil doesn't care about delivering quality. He's got 25 million bank accounts linked up already without delivering anything. Why should he bother? Well, he should bother. Well, yeah, but who the hell is his boss, man? Because Xbox loses money hand over fist. So everybody has a boss. Like Phil's the head of Xbox or whatever. But like somebody has to oversee him and see his accounts and be like, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck is going on? What's happening to this brand? I know what you're saying, like maybe he don't care. He's already loaded and maybe he's on his way out the door anyway, but this dude's been doing this since the beginning. It ain't like it just started. Phil's been fucking up. Ever since he took over, we've gotten pretty much shit games. So like I said, it's not a factor of him like just not care anymore. It's been like this since he was young. For some reason he looks like he's 20 years older and the stress of it is getting to him. And they're out there throwing up X signs and taking Colt Eastwoods and them out to fucking breakfast. Gay as fuck. Game Pass effect for sure. But trust me, man, especially like no, you see this Call of Duty shit right now. Everybody's blaming Microsoft because they acquired Activision Blizzard now, so everybody's blaming Microsoft for Call of Duty being shit right now. A 3-hour campaign, a low user score, and a low meta score. I can't blame Xbox for this right now because it's pretty much like right after they acquired them. So I mean, you don't know if it's been in the works. Maybe they've been talking about it, but I don't think so. I can't blame Xbox for it yet. The quality of Call of Duty has been going downhill every fucking year, especially since Warzone came out. They didn't give a fuck about the mainline games, especially anymore. They murder zombies. Zombies is essentially a battle royale mode now, and zombies used to be the best part of Call of Duty, in my opinion. I used to be really heavy into Call of Duty. Of course, the old days, the old Modern Warfares, the old Black Ops games, the zombies, the multiplayer was top tier. But that game has steadily been declining, even before Xbox even thought about purchasing them. But now that they officially own them, just you wait until this next Call of Duty, man. You think it's bad now? You think that game is bad now? It's fucked. It is over. They are. You Call of Duty fans are fucked. Look at Halo. Look at me, a big Gears fan. Now that franchise is dead, it has 200 players playing Gears 5 at any given time. Two fucking 100 in the world playing Gears 5 was a great franchise. Halo went way the fuck downhill. Halo used to be one of the top games, one of the fucking most competitive multiplayer FPSs on the market. It's a fucking shell of its former self. And now they've acquired Call of Duty. And mark my words when I say they are going to bring it down to their fucking shit Game Pass filler bullshit quality level. They have to. Especially if they're going to put something on Game Pass day one, which I think they have to because they've been saying that first-party games are going to be day and date first party, day and date on Game Pass. And to do that, they're going to have to lower that quality even more so. It's already been. This next Call of Duty is going to look, I'll tell you, it's going to look worse graphically, way worse. It's going to look like, I'm trying to compare it to, maybe even Perfect Dark Zero. It's going to look bad. I'll tell you that. It's going to look bad graphically. It's going to run bad graphically. Don't be surprised if this thing runs at 30 FPS. Oh, wags. They will never do that. It's an FPS game. I'm sorry. They wouldn't release Call of Duty at 30 FPS. Oh, they wouldn't. But they released Redfall at 30 FPS. That's a first-person shooter. They released Starfield at 30 FPS. That's a third-person / first-person shooter. Starfield is still at 30 FPS. Yeah, but they went there for Call of Duty. Okay. All right. We'll see. But I swear to God, bro. I'm not even joking about that. I bet you I wouldn't put it past them for Assassin's Call of Duty to be locked at 30 FPS on the fucking Series X. They're going to take away features, add monetization. Like heavy monetization, even more so than it is now. Because they got to make up on the back end for all the fucking money they're going to lose putting this thing on Game Pass day one. And it makes me fucking sick, but that's exactly what's going to happen. As long as trash is very disappointed. Oh, yeah, trash. Absolute trash. They put no thought in that shit. Like, oh, it's Battle Royale. Even their campaign, the new campaign is fucking Battle Royale. It's like fuck out of here with this Battle Royale shit. Dude, Zombies back in the day was goated, bro. They put so much thought and effort into that shit, man. Like just like the layouts of the maps were so like intricate and like complex. It was so much fun back in the day with you and your boys, make it to different waves. You get you unlock the ray guns and you're fucking going ham. It's like wave 70 and you're fucking frantic running around. Yeah, that was the times back in, man. Back on my 360 days. Phil isn't a gamer he pretends to be. It's all business for him. Game Pass will kill any franchise. Oh yeah, for sure. Caught in the Switch. Yeah, that's that, and that's the other thing too. If Microsoft really owns them now, right? Well, they do own them now, and Microsoft wants to shut the Switch. They want the shit on the Switch. And Nintendo, if Nintendo's gonna be like, oh, if you want to make it, fine, fuck it, we'll put it on there and make more money. Fucking Nintendo ain't gonna say no to that. So if they're gonna downgrade this shit, especially to have a version that can run the Switch, oh man, that's a good point, man. I didn't even think about that initially. Keep McCloud. Yeah, bro. Yeah, this game is fucked going forward. For you diehard Call of Duty fans, man, this game is gonna be dead pretty soon. So enjoy it while you can. I'm telling you. Same thing with Gears of War, man. I'm gonna feel y'all's pain. I'm gonna feel y'all's pain when it happens. Everyone knows Game Pass only has controversial big games only and indies non-stop. Game Pass, if we're talking Game Pass, first party has been absolutely trash, and that was the biggest draw of Game Pass was first party Xbox games day and date. The only draw to Game Pass has been these third party deals they get day and date, and they've had a couple good ones. High on Life was a pretty good game. I enjoyed it. Hi-Fi Rush was a good game. I enjoyed it. Well, that's a first party game. You know what I mean? Probably the best game they've ever had in there was Lies of P. Was a fantastic game, and that was day and day on Game Pass. That's a $60 game up front. It's around Game Pass. Plague Tale Requiem was on there for day and day. They've had some big third party games on there that would entice people, to me anyway, to go pick up, try Game Pass out at least. Then you got the it comes with EA Play for Ultimate, so you get like the 10-hour trials for NHL and Madden, and then they had just recently Dead Space Remake on there months after release. But that shit is big though, man. You get a game like Lies of P, these other big third party games. Well, that's not a big third party game, like Lies of P. These bigger budget games that are really good day and date on Game Pass. I see the draw of that to people. But that does take a hit to their sales, unfortunately. Lies of P said they sold 1 million that you'd be on Game Pass, so that's pretty good. Next call will be downgraded so it can be played on all platforms, including phones. Yeah, it's already playing on phones, man. That Call of Duty people at my job, man. Everybody I know plays that fucking stupid ass Call of Duty Mobile. I can't do it. But they play it touchscreen. I can't do it. That shit's already on phones though. Not big games, niche. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, like Lies of P is a niche game. High and Light was a niche game. Plague Tale Requiem, that's a niche game. Yeah, you're right. There really ain't been no like day and date big, like nothing like a Hogwarts Legacy or nothing like it's all been like like Outriders and there's been a ton of them like that. But yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's not like big like like turn ahead games. Plague Tale was really good though. Plague Tale was fucking awesome. But unfortunately, that's a feature for COD. Unfortunately, that's a feature for Xbox. We keep talking about it, keep bringing it up, and it needs to be keep on being talked about and keep on being said because that's the direction it's going, man. I'll keep speaking about it. I used to love Xbox. I used to be an Xbox guy, man. But they have done nothing for me anymore, especially since the inception of Game Pass, man. Because think about you guys in the chat right now. You guys watching this live pre-recorded. Can you really think about it? Even if you are an Xbox fan, you're seething shit, and you're like, "Fuck this dude. He's fucking stupid. He talks weird." Whatever you're thinking, right? Talks to a slur, whatever. Game Pass came out in, I think, 2017. Give me one example. You type in the chat. Give me one game that's been a fucking certified banger, day one in Game Pass since its inception. Give me one. I bet you can't do it. I can name you some games right now. Starfield, Sea of Thieves, State of Decay 2, Crackdown 3. Forces, which I think one of the Forces they said was pretty decent. I'm not a Forza guy, but I can't Hi-Fi Rush. There's been more than that, but I can't really think of all of them right now. But that comes on the top of my head though. State of Decay 2 was fucking garbage, and they have not announced anything for State of Decay 3. People are hyped about, but given the track record of the last one, I'm not hype at all for that bullshit at all. In the last 18 months, I've been subbed. I got 10 months left. Yeah, I mean, if you already got it, man, that's cool. If you already, I'm sorry, 1 second here. Just gonna play that real quick. And you can't play on Game Pass was Hi-Fi Rush, which other games I've already played or don't care about. Yeah, but my point being is that they're first party ones. Few and far between, and they've all been fucking trash. Pentiment, Scorn's not first party, but it's all been, like I said, like Game Pass. I call it Game Pass filler bullshit, man. It's just like low quality shit they push in there, like shovelware, to make you feel like your monthly subscription is worth the money you're paying, and it's just not, man. It's definitely, there's no debate about it. You look at every first party game they've had since Game Pass inception, and the quality has been subpar. It's been shit ever since. Like I said, the absolute biggest examples are it killed Halo for them and it killed Gears for them, and it's killing every other game going forward. That was their two biggest franchises. That was their two big money makers. That was the two ones that everybody knew. Everyone's like, oh yeah, I'm copping that Gears, I'm copping that Halo, and now everyone's like, man, fuck them games. I honestly wish they come out with a Gears of War Battle Royale. That'd be the shit. I got an idea all for it for a Gears of War Battle Royale. Instead of Stormbeat coming around, it'd be all Krill. If you guys are Gears fans, Krill's are them bats. So the whole circle is Krill. And if you get stuck in that circle, you get eaten by the Krill. I think a Gears Battle Royale would, for me, man, I'm a big Gears fan. That would be the shit. Crackdown 3, Power to Cloud. On console Game Pass, I've seen such an overrated subscription service, for real. Yeah, bro, it's garbage. But I think that's it for me, man. Unless anybody has any questions, that's all I really want to talk about. Just want to get my chest. Like I said, I'm doing these live streams more and more, man. I got a little more free time on my hands now. I got a steady schedule now, so that's what it's going to be. But the game of the year, we'll end it on this. We will end it on this.